Hey everyone, welcome back to Crafty Planner Lover. My name is Megan and today we're going to finally be sharing my 2026 planner lineup. Now, this is a lot of planners, guys. This is a lot. I have quite a few and I've shared most of them on my channel already, but I know that a lot of people really like seeing planner stack videos and you like seeing what planners I'm using and what their purposes are. So I thought I would share this video with you guys. So let's go ahead and get started with this large stack of planners. So this planner you guys have already seen a setup on, but this is my Erin Condren Dashboard Life Planner. I am using this for my social media, and then also to go along with it is the perpetual calendar that I am using as my pre-planning planner. So let's do a quick flip so you guys can understand what I'm using this planner for. So here we have the monthly calendar. The monthly calendar I use to write down what videos are going to be going up. This is kind of like a pre-planning as well, but it's also a little view for me to see what things are happening in what time. So I have any sales that my PR teams are on, any important information as far as social media, as well as my YouTube memberships. And then you go into the second part of the monthly, and this is where I track my social stats and information. And to get an idea of how I use that in the current month, this is what it looks like for January. And then you go into the weekly section, and this is the layout that we have for February. This is just what I flipped to. So you have the weekly section on this side, and then you have all of the functional things on this side. So again, I have a whole setup video going through this planner, so if you're interested in seeing how I set that up, I will leave it linked up here. And then we have the perpetual calendar. Currently, all of this is kind of conglomerated together. I do have the Erin Condren folio that's coming in that you guys will see me use more often, and that's where all of this stuff is going to be. It's all going to be in one planner, but for now it's just kind of sitting here. I have my two little containers that I use to track all of my stickers. These are from Happy Scrappy. And then this is the perpetual calendar. All I did so far is just decorate February and January with some Temu stickers. And this is what I do. I kind of write down what I want to post, and then when I do post it, I mark it off. So that is our social media and pre-planning planners. Then we have my skinny classic happy planner. This is a horizontal layout, so it looks like this. And then for the monthly calendar portion, it looks like this. This is my fun planner. I am using this to do just really anything. So here is an example of my monthly for January. I write down my Tall Plans lettering challenge on the day-to-day, like, little perpetual calendar portion here, and then I write any fun birthdays or anything that's going to be happening that I would like to keep track of. So this is the monthly. Then this is an example of how I use the weeklies. It is literally just my to-do list. Anything that I want to write down for fun and any kind of thing like that, that's what I use for the weekly section. So like I said, this is a fun planner. I don't really have a specific purpose for this, but it's just for my to-do lists, anything that I want to do, any projects that I want to work on, anything that I want to get done, it all goes in this. I also have a little setup video of this planner, which I will leave linked up here. Then we have my work planner. This is the Practical Paper Company Faith layout along with the Practical Paper Company calendar notebook section. So I have a setup video of this. Again, I will link it up here. You guys can see that, but this is what I use for work. I am a substitute teacher, so I like to track any information that I might need to have for my week to week and my month to month. This is what the calendar portion looks like. It is pretty simple, very plain and generic. And then we go into the weekly section, which looks like this. Once again, this is the Faith layout, so I don't use this for Faith purposes. I write down my work weekly schedule over here, and then any important information that I need to know for the teachers that I'm subbing for, and then my paychecks up here. That's pretty much it. That's all I really have. Once again, this is the Practical Paper Company planner, and I am on Practical Paper Company's PR team, so if you use this code, you can save some money off of your Practical Paper Company order. Then we have my Hobonichi Weeks planner. This is actually my catch-all planner for the month, or for the year. I have a setup video of this as well that you can watch, and I absolutely love this planner. This is an example of what the calendar looks like for the monthly section. I haven't quite figured out what I'm doing with the monthly section yet, but we have that. And then this is an example of what the weekly section looks like, if I can get to it. This is how I have set up my weeklies. It is basically just a catch-all of anything and everything that needs to be done. I do watch, mark my movies and things, and all of the TV shows and books that I'm reading and examples. This is actually a Temu planner, so it is a dupe Hobonichi Weeks, but it's still a Hobonichi Weeks planner. It just doesn't have all the doodads that a Hobonichi Weeks normal planner does. Speaking of movies and TV shows, I have this guy. This is a little planner cover that I got from, guess what, Temu. But it has a traveler's notebook in here, and it just has where I log all of my movies and TV shows for the month or for the year. And so I just have them, I stamped them out with a rubber stamp, and this is how I'm just going to be tracking everything. I know it's a little crazy and a little messy, but this is just how I like to use them. So I have all of that, and then I have a trackers section back here. So I thought this would just be a fun little thing to add to it. Once again, I do have a planner cover that's going to be coming in from Erin Condren, and this is what it looks like. I will be putting all of these together in the same planner so that I can keep everything together, but it hasn't arrived yet. These next two planners you guys actually haven't seen yet, and it's because I don't really need to share my setup videos of those, but I thought you might be interested to see it. So this is a cover that I got, guess what, from Temu. It's an A5 folio cover, and this is where I have my creative journal. This is where I'm going to keep my creative journal. So right now, as you can see, I have my January prompts list. This is a journaling challenge from I Am Crafts by Polly, who's also here on YouTube. And I have my prompt list right here. I haven't quite shared this all yet, but this is kind of how I decided I wanted to do my creative journaling. So this is where I'm going to be writing down all of the prompts and anything fun that I want to do, any creative situation. And it is just a dot grid A5 that I got from Hobby Lobby. So it is a pretty plain notebook, but it is an A5 planner, and I love the little folio that it has. It's just so cute and fun. So there is that. This is my health planner, and I actually originally had it in a different planner cover, but I changed it. I finally got this in, and this is a planner B6 rings cover from Weekly Manor. And she is an Etsy shop, and I got this on sale, and I thought it was really cute. But this is my planner. This is a cover, the same kind of cover that you saw on my classic. This is from my Magpie Soul on Etsy. I will leave her information, but this is just a rings planner that I keep all of the things that I want to have tracked in here. These are from Temu, these little tabs here, and this is where I have all my fun health information. So I have my weight tracker back here. In this tab, I have just some calorie, easy to go, grab and go calorie logs that I want to have. So like anything that I don't want to have to look up, I have here my most used foods. And this section I haven't figured out what I'm doing with yet. This section has a bunch of stickers that I can grab at a glance. So we have lots of Hello Happiness Co. ones. And then in this tab is where I start my health stuff. So I will show you an example of the monthly calendar. I already did January, and I don't want to show you January because it's got some personal stuff on there. But this is what it looks like. These are inserts from Creative Tidbits on Etsy, and I have all 12 months right here. And then we go into the month or the weekly tracker, and this is what the setup looks like for the weeklies. Again, inserts are from Creative Tidbits, and this is what I use to track my health and all of the things. So here I will track workouts under this section, my sleep tracker, I will track my habits, and then over here I track my food. So I do have to count my food and my calories and everything for that. There are all of the inserts here, and I have another set. And then in the back portion here, I have some of my doctor's notes information so that I can take those with me. This is a tiny planner that I love to have to take with me to the doctor so that I can pull up all of the information that I need. But this is my health planner. The other planner that I have has not come yet, but it is my reading planner. It is going to be from Sweet Bee Plans, and I will leave a little screen recording that I did for her so you guys can see the planner that I want to get, but this is what the planner looks like. It is absolutely beautiful and I love it so much. Okay, so that is my planner stack for 2026. It's very short, very simple, but I hope you guys liked it. If you have any questions about my planner stack, definitely let me know in the comment section down below. Don't forget to check out those setup videos. I will have them linked in different playlists when I mention them and at the end of this video, so you guys can see all of that. It will be in a setup playlist all together as one, so you guys can see how I've done all of my planners and what I'm using them for. If you like this video and you want to see more from me, don't forget to subscribe, hit that thumbs up, and let me know what your 2026 planner lineup is going to be for this year. Once again, thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time, craft on. Bye, guys!